Coming up on NBC26 Today, messy winter commute. We have the latest updates on road conditions and school closings.
Plus, a family in mourning after a 2-month-old baby dies from alleged abuse.
And a temporary fix. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill end the nearly 3-day government shutdown, but have less than 3 weeks to reach another deal. All right, good morning, everyone. I'm Brooke Haves.
I'm Shane Gustafson.
All right, it's a slippery, slushy start to your morning after a big storm blew through.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on the road conditions this morning. We have meteorologist Gino Recchia. He's in Kewanee. Our Emily Byers in Marinette. But first, let's go to meteorologist Michael Fish with the first look at your forecast. Good morning, Fish.
Morning, guys. And we're not quite done with the wintry precip this morning on the backside of a low pressure that's been tracking off to our east. 28 degrees, so we're below freezing. So those of you who saw mainly rain yesterday, that's starting to freeze its way over. And not only that, look at the radar here. We're still dealing with some light snow in spots and embedded in that, some freezing drizzle, so be aware of that as the road crews just starting to get out there and starting to clean out the main roads, some of the secondary roads as well. You see this, now it's actually pretty light out there, but still we do have some light snow falling, going right along 43, 41 as well. And then towards Cribbett, Shawano, some light snow falling there with some freezing drizzle embedded. So just watch it with some slippery roads and spots. Now, of course, north of 29, that's where we've seen most of the snow. To the south, of course, there's a lot of rain, but that's frozen its way on over. Now, Skycast, as far as this morning wintry mix, as we go through the morning hours, it slowly is going to end from northwest to southeast. And then as we go into the afternoon, we start to see a little bit more sunshine. Another downfall with today, it is going to be quite blustery out there, but all temperatures now below freezing. It's 29 in Fond du Lac. Got Manitowoc, Kewanee at 27, 24 in Mountain. So any sort of that liquid that was on the ground has frozen pretty much over, and now a little light snow and freezing drizzle falling on top of that. Now remember, I did say it's going to be blustery today, so we do have a wind chill of what feels like 16 in Appleton, 15 Oshkosh, and Manitowoc. So the rest of your day today, we start off with that light wintry mix, some snow, some freezing drizzle. That gradually comes to an end. Then the sun comes out a little bit, going up to a high of 30 degrees. You guys, I'm going to let you know how long we'll stay quiet, and we're going to make it back into the 40s coming up.
All right, thanks, Fish. Let's take a look at our road conditions right now. Here's a live look at the DOT's winter road conditions map.
Yeah, as you can see, northeast Wisconsin has 3 different colors listed on this map. You can see Door County there has red on the map, which means those roadways, Highway 57 and 42, are ice covered. Now from Green Bay down through Appleton, down through Oshkosh and Fond du Lac, those are listed as pink, which means slippery stretches, as well as Highway 29 there out to Sheboygan. The rest of northeast Wisconsin is listed as blue, which means those roadways are snow covered. There is nothing in northeast Wisconsin listed as green right now, which would mean good winter driving.
Dangerous conditions out there, and our meteorologist Gino Recchia is live this morning in Kewanee.
Yeah, he's tracking a band of snow and sleet right now, and he continues our team coverage.
Good morning, guys. Yes, I am live right now just outside of downtown Kewanee, and like Mike Fish was saying, and as you were talking about the road conditions map, it is icy. Yesterday we had a bit of rainfall, then we had some freezing drizzle as those temperatures came down below the freezing mark, and the main roadways we were driving here, they're okay, but it's the side streets, the sidewalks, that's the issue. And I'll just have my cameraman kind of follow me around. This sidewalk here, it's all slippery. You can just see me doing the salsa right now. There's a nice thin glaze of ice, and if you're walking on these sidewalks this morning, you have to be careful because you could slip and fall. Jeremy, my cameraman, he almost slipped and made a complete wipeout trying to get his headphones from the car. So you got to take it easy. Good idea for some of the folks, residents, put some salt on the sidewalks, especially for those that have high level of walking traffic, because we still have a couple more hours of this light freezing drizzle before all of this ends. But in terms of any reduced visibilities, it's okay. We're fine. It's just this light mist that continues on for the next couple of hours. We'll keep you updated and keep you connected live just outside of downtown Kewanee. Meteorologist Gino Recchia will send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Gino. And for those driving out in the ice, drive slow and be defensive. If you do go into the ditch, stay in your car and call 911 for help. AAA also recommends putting together an emergency kit for your car. They also suggest topping off your fluids, check your windshield wipers, and always watch out for brake lights in icy conditions. All right, let's go now to our Emily Byers. She is in Marinette County.
Yeah, she's continuing our team coverage this morning. And Emily, what are you seeing out there today?
Hey guys. Good morning, everyone. Now we're here in the downtown area in Peshtigo, and we are seeing, actually, if you take a quick look over there, you can see we've got a plow over there. We've been seeing them all over in this area. They're doing a great job. You can see right there, they're pushing snow. That's off on a side road, actually, which was pretty snow covered when we were over there. And if you take a look at this road right here, this is kind of one of the main routes through Peshtigo. And this area is really well plowed. We've been seeing them throwing salt out there. So this road seems to be pretty good. I know we just heard Gino talking about the sidewalks here, and actually we have the kind of the same situation. Walking over here, totally fine. Can't even see that. And it's pretty slick right there. So you got to be careful. Make sure that you're taking a look for that and watching for it. Another thing, too, if you see over here, we've got a huge snow pile here. This was put over here by a contracted plow. We saw them kind of getting this all put over here together. And you got to make sure that you're careful when you're out there shoveling, because this is that kind we were talking about yesterday with that heart attack snow. Make sure that you lift with your left, not your back, and just be safe out there. We'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Emily. Now, last night's snow and rain creating some dangerous conditions in Peshtigo, as Emily was saying. Crews were out all day making sure the roads are safe for drivers. The warmer temperatures melting some snow, creating icy, slick streets. Workers are reminding drivers and walkers to take it easy.
The icy roads, watching for other drivers if they're going to stop in time or not. A lot of people they slide right through the intersections.
But this is wet, heavy snow. It is going to pull your car all over. It's not going to be able to let you go where you want to go. So your speed's going to have a factor in that. Take it slow, give the plows plenty of room to work.
And crews say they'll still be out this morning salting and clearing the roads. Another helpful resource is our Storm Shield app. It's inexpensive and available for your smartphone device. You can find it in your app store. Well, an 8.2 magnitude earthquake has been detected in the Gulf of Alaska, about 175 miles southeast of Kodiak. The U.S. Geological Survey says the quake had a depth of about 6 miles. A tsunami warning is also in effect for southern Alaska, and a tsunami watch is in effect for Washington, Oregon, and California.
So you guys, I am getting reports of aftershocks with that earthquake as well. Those are these multiple circles here. Depth, I mean, it's not that deep, but it's not that shallow either. But either way, you've got those tsunami warnings going for the coast of Alaska. So that's a big earthquake when you have magnitudes in the 8s. Now, bringing it back home here in Wisconsin, we're still dealing with some light snow in spots and some patchy freezing drizzle. So be aware of that. As far as the salt crews, I've seen a lot of them out on the main highways this morning, but still, we're not done with that wintry precipitation. None of this is heavy, and it's slowly working its way on through. Slowly, it will come to an end as the morning goes on. As Skycast is showing, slowly, as we go through the mid to late morning hours, that's out of here. And then a little bit of sunshine for you as we go through the afternoon. Not going to feel that nice because it will be blustery out there. With current temps, everyone's below freezing. So those of you who saw the rain yesterday, it's pretty much freezing over now. 28 in Oshkosh, same with Sheboygan, same with Green Bay, 26 in Oconto. Let's factor in the winds. We've got wind chills this morning that feel like 15 Oshkosh, 15 Manitowoc. I know we've seen worse, but still, it still feels chilly out there. Your high temperature today, not that bad, 30 degrees. It will feel colder. We're getting done with this morning mixture. You guys, I'm going to let you know how long we stay quiet and when we make it into the 40s coming up.
All right, thanks, Fish. 2 suspects appeared in court on homicide charges for allegedly killing a man outside of a tavern in Fond du Lac. Jesse Schultz and Devin Newman were charged with being a party to murder. This after the body of Logan Foster was found across from the Press Box Tavern in a vacant parking lot back in September last year off Forest Avenue. In court, the 2 men had their bonds set at $1 million cash, no contact with each other or Foster's family.
Police in Two Rivers blame the death of a baby on child abuse. 22-year-old Matthew Brown Edwards is now behind bars for the death. Police were called to our north side apartment last Wednesday. When they arrived, the infant had no pulse and was not breathing. They were able to resuscitate the baby, taking it to a hospital where it later died. Well, the government is open again this morning, and hundreds of thousands of federal workers are heading back to work, but lawmakers still have a lot ahead of them. President Trump signed a short-term spending bill last night. It funds the government until February 8th. Congress has until then to pass a long-term deal. The president tweeted that the bill is a big win for Republicans and said Democrats caved.
No way the Democrats caved. I think the Democrats got a better deal than people expected.
President Trump's unwillingness to compromise caused the Trump shutdown and brought us to this moment. The facts are well known.
And Republican leaders say they want the president to have a more active role in immigration negotiations. After yesterday's Senate vote, the president met with Republican senators and 2 Democrats from Republican-controlled states to talk immigration. Now here in Wisconsin, the news to end the shutdown has thousands of employees headed back to their jobs soon.
NBC26's Eric Kress spoke with a professor about what this temporary shutdown ultimately tells us about our leaders in Washington.
TSA agents still made sure our airports were safe and Social Security checks continued to be issued. But in light of the first government shutdown in about 5 years, this act by government leaders really screams about the political divide here in America. Back in 2013, about 40% of the federal workforce was furloughed during the government shutdown. Now that act left thousands of federal employees in Wisconsin without work, without pay. Now they were essentially the victims of the government's shortcomings on making a deal. We spoke to a political science expert from Northeast Wisconsin who says the divide between ideologies of Republicans and Democrats continues to grow.
And all of this reflects the political polarization of the whole nation. There's a lot of evidence that the people have become somewhat more divided. The Democrats and Republicans see the world differently, have different sources of information, do not trust one another, do not like one another. And what we're seeing in Congress really is a kind of microcosm of the whole country.
Many political experts did predict it would only take a few days to reopen the federal government. Now, by doing so, both parties will avoid an onslaught of negative news regarding how the government shutdown really impacted Americans' lives. Keeping you connected, I'm Eric Kress with NBC26.
All right, thanks, Eric. Now, police in De Pere are investigating a new scam that aims to get access to people's cloud storage accounts. They say someone's Facebook was hacked, then the suspect asked friends of the victim for access to use their email accounts. Police say the suspect's main goal is to get photos from victims via their iCloud or Google Photos accounts.
What it looks like they're doing is they're targeting juvenile females, hoping that maybe there's some compromising photographs in those devices. If not, they've actually used some bribery, bribing them to and threatening them to get additional photos, additional information, and just trying to get what they can.
And officers also have some tips for you to protect yourself from this scam. Never provide passwords or access to personal accounts. Always use strong passwords and verify any info requests in person or on the phone. Well, still ahead, an adorable addition to the new zoo. More details about these super cute penguin chicks.
If you haven't learned how to ice skate yet, today would be a good day. We got very icy conditions and snow plows are clearing the roads.